Hello and welcome to Maco Tarot. If you are new, if you are returning, welcome back. Glad to have you. I had a viewer question about Chris Brown and Jada Wallace specifically. I think I mentioned Jada a little bit in the reading that I think I did a while back about Kayla, Nicole, and Chris or something like that. And someone said, can you tell us a little bit more about Jada Wallace and Chris Brown, what's going on with their union? And I said, sure. So here we are. I hope all is well with each one of you. And let's get into the reading. All right, what's going on with Chris Brown and Jada Wallace? Chris Brown and Jada Wallace. Chris Brown and Jada Wallace. Ooh. One more. Two of Wands. Knight of Cups. Three of Pentacles. Okay, Strength card. Four of Wands, y'all. Nine of Cups. Strangely enough, this is giving some energy of being long lasting, guys. There's the Two of Wands, in which we talk about planning for the future. The Knight of Cups, which is dealing with romantic and love, romance and love. We got the Three of Pentacles about teamwork and working together. We got the Strength card, and we have the Four of Wands, which is my happily ever after celebration card. All of these are in the upright. And then even at the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups, which are wishes coming true. So it's giving the energy that no matter what's going on or people are saying in the media, for some reason this is working. I feel like this is very much a situation where maybe this is what he's always wanted. Now, I don't know what that is exactly, but this is a situation where this is what he's always wanted. Now, I almost feel like, because what I'm hearing is it's all about him. Like, she's all about him. And I feel like she's a support to him. He's the star. She knows it. She's happy to be in his orbit. And I feel like there's a level of friendship when we talk about the Three of Pentacles. There's a shared learning. There's a get along. It's a collaboration. Like, we know our roles. He is more of a provider. She offers him a safe place and stability. And I feel like almost no matter what he does, she's still supportive of him. And this is something he's always wanted. Now, that can be good or bad, okay? Because to have somebody who's like your backbone, that when I can't deal with the world or I'm tired of the world, you're there to rub my hair. You're there to love on me. You're there to accept me no matter the things that I do. I mean, I think that's the hope for most people wanting to be in a relationship. But when it's done, I'm hearing she's scared of him. But anyway, but when it's done to in an excessive amount where nothing that you do is really wrong, whether that be for fear, because I just heard she's scared of him, or whether that is because of not wanting to lose him kind of thing, sometimes the dynamic can get kind of outrageous. Let's see if there are any mind games being played. Like, the mind games deck kind of gives me an idea of like if there's any thing going on, like manipulation of some type. So let's see with Jada and Chris, what is something that's going on in their relationship dynamic. I mean, overall it's looking good. Truly it is. So, and nothing is popping out right here. I'm gonna pull from the top, but we'll see. Oh, okay. Now this adds a little interest to the conversation. Situationship. So hold on now. So it says, when you're dealing with someone who is involved with someone else, this is often a situationship. It is a relationship that should not be occurring, but indeed it is. Now, okay. So maybe that's kind of part of it. Like, they get along well because she doesn't, how can I say? They get along well because she doesn't make any waves. And he is relying on her more and more to be like his backbone, because no matter what, she's going to be supportive. But just like I said, sometimes that can be detrimental when everything goes, everything you do is right. Everything you want is okay, and maybe that's fine. Maybe that's what works. Maybe that's the dream that's come true for him, that I'm with a person that's going to give me her all. But if I choose to be with someone else, or I choose to sleep with someone else, we have that kind of understanding where I can go off and do whatever else I want to do because I'm the star and she's okay with it, and maybe her energy is to try to keep him, and therefore she does that. Interesting. Let's see. Where's my situations? I want to. Okay. Messages of love. Let's see what's going on. What's going on with this dynamic with Chris Brown and Jada Wallace? What's going on with Chris Brown and Jada Wallace? Protected is at the bottom, and I feel like that's part of also the strength in which she feels protected by him, because he's like, oh, ain't nobody gonna mess with you, I got you, blah 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 blah. So maybe that's something that's filling her up or something, I don't know. But financial challenges are affecting this connection. Now, with Chris Brown, we all know he's not having financial challenges, but it could be that, like I said before, she knows he has the money. So it's kind of like he's a star. I get to be with the star. Therefore, I get to be in places maybe I would have never been, have access to, behind the scenes, like feel special, because financially he's very well off, of course. So he can show her things and do things for her probably nobody else can, because even though I think she had her own following, if I'm not mistaken, because I'm sure being online, that's how he found her, she still wasn't on the level of Chris Brown now, okay? So financially, that might be playing a part. Sometimes behind the scenes he could have bought her a car, bought her an apartment or whatever. But I always say with money comes power. So when you kind of give over yourself to the finances of another person, it feels good, because it's like, oh, I'm protected, I'm taken care of, I'm safe, I'm this and that. And yes, it's good, but then they also carry all the power. When you give your power away, that person has all the power. So you're going to end up doing what they say, going where they say go, because how can you say no? Because this person can take away your apartment. This person can take away your finances. He might be paying you a month. This person can take away your cars. You know what I'm saying? So then you start kind of being a puppet, if you will. Patience. Everything will unfold in divine timing. And retreat. Okay? Time away or time alone in nature can help you recharge. Now, I don't know if she's necessarily retreated from him, but maybe that's a part of her coping mechanism, that when he goes off and he's with someone else or something like that, she kind of retreats within herself, I feel, but doesn't necessarily raise red flags per se with him. Again, what popped out was that she's scared of him. And so I pray that this is not a violent situation, but I'm quite sure, as we all know, things we've seen in the media, there could be intimidation going on. Not necessarily saying abuse, but if I know you're scary and you know that I've been violent before, then, sometimes just walking up on a person or, what you mean, stuff like that might just make her back down. So for him, it might be a very good relationship, because if she's more mild and meek and, scary, then she probably won't say anything. And she just kind of like I said, everything goes, if you with someone else, cool. If you with me, great. If you want to see me, cool. If you don't want to see me, fine. It's kind of like that. And so for him, maybe he's like, that's a dream come true, because I can control the narrative. Interesting. Let's see what the twin flame messages has to say, maybe about their relationship in general. What is going on with Chris and Jada? I'm hearing hot and sexy. That's what I'm hearing. What's going on with their dynamic with Chris Brown and Jada Wallace? What's going on with Chris Brown and Jada Wallace? No one compares to you. I need you to be my friend right now. Thoughts of you turn me on. And this is saying I'm stuck with my karmic and I don't know how to get out of this. Okay, so I feel like with these, no one compares to you. I think this is, remember where I said wishes are fulfilled. Where did I see that? Oh, here it is, 9 of Cups. But the wishes are fulfilled. I think that because she's so probably fun to be with for him, but yet at the same time she doesn't give him grief about the things that he does. He looks at this like, yeah, I don't think I've ever met a person like you, you know, that's open to hang out, have a good time, you know, we get our sexy time in or whatever, but yet if I go off and do other things, you don't have any complaints. You're just okay and ready and waiting for me. It's kind of like a puppet, if you will, without a backbone. Now, it says also, I need you to be my friend right now, which could answer to the situationship. And it could be that he's like, listen, I tried being in a lot of relationships. They haven't worked. I just don't want the label, you know, because if I choose to do something, I want to be able to do it without feeling like I'm cheating on you. But at the same time, when we're together, we have a good time. I think that's kind of the energy of the situationship. Not to hurt her, not to embarrass her, because it's like maybe there's an understanding. You'll be the front girl. You're going to be the main one. You're going to be the one I'm pretty much seen with. However, if I do choose to do something else with someone else, it's not cheating on you because we're really not in a quote unquote official relationship, even though knowing that people, the media, whatever, when they see me with someone, they're going to say I'm with you and I'm fine with that. But we know that this isn't supposedly like girlfriend, boyfriend, but the dynamic has longevity, you know, and she might end up winning out in the end, you know, because looking at like, wow, this is a dream come true. This is something that I've been wanting. This is a person that helps to give me strength and it has my back. You know, she might win out in the end, you know, even if it's not necessarily an official relationship. And thoughts of you turn me on. Now, of course, you know, it's probably both ways. He's very sexually attracted to her and vice versa. So just like, you know, I said before about hot and sexy, it does seem like their sexy time is one for the books. That's interesting. Let's see. Is there any, this is my time deck. I rarely use it. Is there any indication of time concerning this relationship between Chris Brown? Whether it's about, you know, us hearing something or them being together. What can you tell us about Chris Brown and Jada Wallace? Nothing wants to come out. Well, two are stuck together. It says wait. And in April. Interesting. So something may be going on. I feel like with this wait, it ties back to that situationship. Like things are going smoothly. This is something that could work out for the long haul. But I think there's a waiting going on just to kind of see if this is real or not. Kind of a, is this too good to be true kind of energy. But overall, the energy of it is like it may be a long-term thing. Now, we may get some kind of news or something like that in April about them, whether it's they're solidifying their relationship. It could be a breakup. It could be whatever. But keep your eye out for April 2026 that something may come up about them in the news or media, etc. So I think that's pretty much it for Chris Brown and Jada Wallace. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And until we meet again, remember, it always gets better. Always. Bye.